I can't believe I'm finally saying this, but good morning from Puri. This trip had been on our mind for a long time, and finally, the day arrived. We, the Udayasanga Porivar, had arrived this sacred and scenic town just in this morning, and the moment was nothing but felt so magical. As soon as we go off, we headed straight to our hotel. After checking in and freshening up, we were ready to start our day. And what better way to begin a Puri trip than with a touch of Bay of Bengal? We had headed straight to the sea. The salty breeze and the sound of wave crashing had been the perfect contrast with the spiritual intensity of the town. We had walked along the shoreline, enjoyed the waves of the almighty Bay of Bengal, and taken a salty bath in the sea. By the time we returned to our hotel from the beach, the hunger had truly set in. Instead of dining out in a fancy restaurant, we chose a nearby dhaba, humble, comforting, and that homemade touch. There is a unique charm to the dhaba food while traveling. It makes you slow down and brings a sense of home even in an unfamiliar place. Our lunch was simply satisfying: streamlined rice, dal, a mixed vegetable, and a array of fishes we can choose from. In the evening, we had planned a trip to the iconic Jagannath Temple. The streets around the temple had been buzzing with another level of energy. Devotees, pandas, vendors, and that unmistakable aroma of incense and camphor were filling the air. We had made our way through the crowd and entered the temple premises. It's quite hard to put the feeling into words. A mix of reverence, excitement, and peace all at once. The architecture had been stunning, towering, majestic, and steeped into history. We could truly feel how ancient and powerful this place truly was. We had heard so much about the energy within this temple, and now we understood why this temple is considered among the Char Dhams of India. We did not have the privilege to carry any electronic equipment such as camera or mobile phone inside the temple, and that's why it's quite impossible to capture the inner beauty of that temple. But still, let me talk about my experience while entering into the temple. After entering inside the temple, we experienced something that we did not expect: a sudden hush. Despite the hustle and bustle outside, the moment we climbed down the steps of the temple, the roar of the sea disappeared. It was truly a magical moment for us for that time. Locals say it's an unsolved mystery. How the sound of the ocean fades entirely on the temple steps, even though the beach is so close to the temple. Some believe it's a divine geometry, others say it's Lord Jagannath's way to offering you silence in his presence. Whatever it is, but it gave us the real goosebump. And while talking about mysteries, here is another one that left us truly speechless. Every single day, a temple priest, locally called Pandas, climbs the towering spire of the Jagannath Temple, barefoot and without any safety equipment, just to change the flag of the temple. It's a holy ritual that has not stopped even for centuries. But here is the real twist. The flag of the temple flutters in the direction that is opposite to the wind direction, and no one can explain why and how it exactly happened. Multiple scientists, meteorologists, and multiple peoples have tried to decode it, but it's just like the silence in the temple steps that remains unexplained and sacred. After the temple visit, we headed out again in the evening to explore the beachside area and the local markets. Small shops lined on the street selling seashell trinkets and some ever tempting local snacks like goja. The aroma of street foods, tangy, spicy, and irresistible, filled in the air. Before wrapping up the day one, we roamed a bit in the sea beach and went to our hotel. The next morning, bags packed and excitement high, we waited in the hotel lobby for our bus to arrive. The driver was running a little late, so we had the time to watch the city slowly wake up. When the bus pulled in, our road trip began. Destination Bhubaneswar and Konark Temple. Lingaraj Temple, the crown jewel of Bhubaneswar's temple circuit. Rising over 55 meters, this 11th century marvel is dedicated to Lord Shiva in his Harihara form, half Vishnu and half Shiva, a symbol of unity in Hindu mythology. As we walked through the intricately carved gateways, every stone panel told a different story. Celestial dancer, fierce lion, and delicate lotus motifs framing the main temple. We did not have the privilege to bring the camera inside this temple as well. So every moment had to be captured in memory rather than pixels. Even after 1,000 years, the temple feels so alive. Standing here, you can't help but feel a profound sense of connection to something greater than yourself. Not far from Bhubaneswar lies Dhauli Hills, home to the stunning Shanti Stupa or Peace Pagoda. This place is not just scenic, it holds a powerful history. It was here over 2000 years ago that the Kalinga War took place, one of the bloodiest battles in Indian history. Moved by the immense suffering he witnessed, Emperor Ashoka renounced violence and embraced Buddhism, beginning of a new chapter of peace and compassion. Standing here today beside the snow-white domes of this pagoda, surrounded by the serene statues of Buddha, it's hard to imagine this was once a battlefield. The silence here feels so sacred. You don't just visit Dhauli, you can feel it. It is a reminder that even the toughest past can lead to the calmest new beginnings. By the afternoon, we reached Konark Sun Temple, built in 13th century in the shape of a colossal chariot. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and honestly, one of the most stunning monuments I have ever seen in my life till date. You might recognize Konark Sun Temple from the back side of 10 rupees Indian currency note, a symbol of our architectural excellence, seamlessly woven into our daily lives. Designed as a colossal chariot for the sun god Surya, this entire structure rests on 12 intricately curved wheels, each wheel marking time with spokes represent sundial. It's not just art, it's our ancient science. As I walked past the detailed sandstone sculpture such as dancers, musicians, warrior and mythical beings, each panel felt so alive. You could spend hours just tracing the stories on the walls. What amazed me the most was the sheer scale. This temple once had a 52 tons magnet at its core, and legend says its magnetic field was so strong as it could easily disrupt ship compasses nearby. Though some parts of this temple have worn over the time, but the spirit is still alive. Watching the last sunlight fall on this grand structure, it felt like the sun was stopping for a moment just to admire the work and the architecture made in its honor. This place is not just show history, it actually shines with it. At 7:30 in the evening, after a perfect end to a long yet inspiring day, we headed back to our hotel, and this time we ordered our dinner from that same dhaba and got a perfect sleep. Our final day in Puri started just the way it should, with a peaceful morning sea bath. The water was warm, the sun was so calm, and the beach still quiet. We made one last quick trip to Jagannath Temple, just to soak in the spiritual vibe before leaving. Sometimes the most special memories are the ones which you quite hold in your heart for a long time. As the sun began to set, we returned to our hotel and started packing. It's always bittersweet leaving a place that felt like home, that gave us so many peaceful moments and so many memories that we can carry with us. Puri was not just a trip, it felt like a peaceful journey within. The temple, the sea, the city, everything here whispered to the soul and the senses. It's a blend of art, culture, history, and nature, a kind of experience that will stay with you long after you are back home. Thanks for joining us in this beautiful journey virtually. A special shout out to Rupam for his high energy and the same dedication from the backside of the camera for this video as I do. And a heartfelt thanks to the entire Udayasanga Porivar for their incredible cooperation. I hope this documentary gave you a glimpse of the magic of Puri and the surrounding teasers of Odisha. Advance apologies for any kind of mistakes in this video, since this is my first ever documentary. If you enjoyed this video, please consider a like, comment and subscribe. And also let us know which moment of this video kept you watching till this end. Until then, take care, keep traveling, and I will see you in the next one. Sagnik Das signing off.